Welcome to 25 and Broke, where I teach you how to stop being broke financially, socially, physically, and spiritually so that you can stop being a wuss and start being a winner.
Today we're talking about religion is bad. What do I mean, religion is bad? Well, many people out there, I hear it all the time. They're talking about, Joseph, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And I look at them and I'm like, no, you're not either. You're an idiot. And what I mean by you're an idiot is you're not choosing a side, right? In life, you got to choose a side. You got to be all in on either side. Pick one, right? There's no 50 shades of gray. Life doesn't really work that way. And if you think it does, it just means you lack clarity. So when it comes to I'm spiritual, I'm not religious, that's like saying, say you were a football player, right? And, you came, whatever, people are talking to you or whatever, and they're like, yeah, what do you do for a living? You're like, oh yeah, I'm a professional football player, but I don't play by the rules. They're like, what do you mean you don't play by the rules? Well, I make up my own rules. What do you mean you make up your own rules? You have to play the rules of the game of the football, right? In order to play on a team, when, in the sport itself with referees, there's rules to it. And you say, no, I like to do it my way. So I play my own game of football. Well, people would look at you like what? Like an idiot, right? Because that doesn't make any sense. So religion is designed in a certain way with rules. It's like playing a sport. Sports, in order to play sports, you have to have rules. You have to play by the rules. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So being spiritual without an actual religion or faith tradition, without rules, doesn't make sense. That's just you being rebellious. You saying, I want to do it my way, and I don't care about the thousands of years of tradition that has gone into this. Now, listen, if a certain faith denomination doesn't fit with you, you're free to choose many, right? Do you know how many faith denominations there are of just Christianity alone on the planet today? 33,000. 33,000 different faith, tradition, denominations, branches, sects, whatever of Christianity. You have a lot of choices, a lot of options. Right? So to go out and do your own and create your own or whatever, not smart. That's just making you sound bad, look like an idiot. And you need the rules, right? You need the rules. The rules help. They help guide you. And here's, the number one reason I would say, when I ask people, well, why you choose to be spiritual and not religious? Oh, well, because, XYZ, all those Catholics are they're just terrible people, man. And what they teach over there, I just disagree with it. That's just how I feel. And I say, what part do you disagree with? Well, just a lot of it. Nothing comes to mind right now, but just a lot. Or they say something specifically. Well, all those Catholics, they worship Mary, so I'm not into all that. That makes no sense to me. And again, I look at them and say, you're an idiot. Because you haven't taken the time to actually learn what that faith tradition is all about. First off, I have many Catholic friends. Catholics do not worship Mary. That is an assumption, and it's an error. It's a mistake. It's false. It's made up. That's not what they actually believe. And if you took the time to actually do the research and learn about it, or actually just sit there with one of your Catholic friends and ask them, hey, what do you really believe when it comes to, whatever, Mary? Maybe they would share that with you, and you would not be ignorant in that aspect. So here's what I found, though. The number one reason when you drill down why do you not partake in a certain religion? The number one reason, it always comes down to this. They had a bad experience with someone in that religion. When maybe they were a little kid, maybe they were in their teens, maybe, someone said something they didn't like. A pastor at a church said something that they took offense to, or said something that was not offenseful, but they felt guilty about because of some of their own personal lifestyle choices or behavior or how they're living. And they felt like, oh, this person is so judgmental. How dare they speak to me about that? Well, that's what they're there for, to hold you accountable, so that you have these rules to guide us, right? To guide us and point us closer to God, to our Creator, right? God had created a lot of those rules. Now, many of them are human rules, understood, but there's people out there that are smarter than you and I. True or false? Are you the smartest person in every room you walk into? If you are, you're hanging out in the wrong places. But there are people that are smarter out there. Over thousands and thousands of years of faith, traditions passed down from generation to generation, the rules, the religion, there's beauty in it. There's beauty. So if you look past all the, I don't want others telling me what to do, and look at the beauty in the faith, it just is going to draw you closer to God. So bad experiences, don't make a religion bad, right? So bad people, right? Let me step back for a second. Let me just clarify what I just said. Most religions are not bad. They're filled with bad people. They're filled with people that are human, like you and I, right? That make mistakes, that say stupid things, that offend people even when they don't mean to offend people. Have you ever done that? I know I have. So that doesn't make the religion bad. You don't throw out the whole religion just because someone offended you or someone did something bad to you, right? Listen, we already talked about statistics, child, whatever, molestation, all this stuff. Well, deep down, maybe you're holding that deep, dark secret that your, uncle or cousin or whatever molested you when you were a kid. And man, that sucks and it was wrong and they're evil for doing that. But just because they were part of maybe they were Jewish, now what? You're going to hate all Jews? And you're going to say the Jewish religion is bad? No, that's ignorant. That's just silliness. Don't think that way, right? Isolated, case by case, right? What that person did is bad, right? Not the religion. So always make that separation. Very, very important when choosing your faith. And normally God places you into families where you're raised in a certain religion. And that tends to be the religion or faith that he wants you in. So why not explore that? If you find that you're in that faith and you're questioning it and there's things that you just don't think are true, then start pursuing and looking around and saying, God, lead me to the right faith. Lead me to the right faith for me, right? So the religion is the pathway of how to be spiritual, okay? But to be spiritual without religion, that's false. That's just rebellion. That's just going out on your own, in my opinion. And at the end of the day, it comes down to pride. So I'm just going to call you out straight out. If you say, I don't care what you're saying on this video right now, Joseph, I still choose to be spiritual and not follow a religion, well, then I'm just going to tell you straight out, you're a prideful mofo, okay? That's just your pride getting in the way. That you can't follow, you just want to lead. Listen, if you want to be a great leader, even of yourself and of others, you first have to be a great follower. So that's the lesson for today, okay? So again, my name is Joseph Warren, and you were made for greatness. So stop being a wuss and start being a winner. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.